I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
And today we're checking out Tiny Epic Game of Thrones.
Love it. You are shaking the entire
I know, because that makes me happy.
From the up.
Yeah.
This game plays 1 to 4 players and it's a box playtime of 60 Tiny Epic minutes.
They're very epic, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't love a little bit of like allying and negotiating, but also destruction
and backstabbing.
Oh, lots of that. Yeah.
So, I gotta say, they do a really good job of fitting a lot in this standard Tiny Epic size box.
I know. I mean,
I don't know how they. I really don't know how they do it.
There's a lot.
I had to place everything
meticulously back in the box.
I had to place the dice just so.
That's right.
So thanks to the Op for providing us this copy of Tiny Epic Game of Thrones. But they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games.
That's right.
So have you seen the Throne of Games? It's downstairs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
make a big chair. Yeah.
Let's take a look while Steph gives you an overview.
Yeah. So you might see a lot of stuff because guess what? There's like so many. I don't know how many minis are in this game, or like how many like meeples, but there's, let's say, 8 for each faction, and then there's the houses, and then there's 8 or
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playable plus the NPC. Oh, 8 times 8, 64.
There's a lot. All right,
64 plus
minis for each house because you got to have a leader, right? But ultimately, this is a hand management kind of game that will give you really cool abilities. It's multi-use cards, so the cards have multi-use purpose, but it's also a dice drafting game to select different actions each round. So if you're familiar with the theme, it feels very thematic for me.
100%.
Whatever you're doing in this game feels thematic to Game of Thrones, which is something I personally absolutely love.
And so to boil everything down to its finest point, how do you get to sit on the throne?
That's right.
How do you get to sit on the Iron Throne? You need support from the other kingdoms, and that comes into play with these little castle pieces that are standing in each of these territories.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to be here, the actual throne.
The actual throne on King's Landing.
And then this castle, I think, is down there. Maybe.
I do not see a spot for it, which is why I put it over there.
Got you. Well, there's a whole setup, and you're going to put all these starting castles on the board. And then wherever so like I chose House Stark, so I start up here closer to the wall, you know.
My one complaint.
The map
why is House Stark green?
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm sure there's a reason. But yeah, so this board is already like basically pre-set up to start the game. There's gonna be other like these people aren't actually playing, but you can still like go and take over
and become allies with.
Become allies with. That's a big part of the game is gaining allies, and once you gain allies, you can like use their military to help protect the different lands. Because
just for those who are interested, there are plenty of factions to play, including Lannister, Stark. You could play as Baratheon, Tully, Greyjoy, Martell, Tyrell. Aaron is always going to be a non-player character. You'll notice that the other side of Aaron does not have any of the standard setup things that the other sheets have.
Yeah, so it's easy to go and like take over these different like castles that you see on the map if there are no like pieces there blocking its way. However, if you do, it's going to start blocking your ability to gain and spend money, because if I have taken like 5 castles, I mean, look, they just keep, now my ability to take these coins are very limited.
So to me, that is 100% thematic, because the more kingdoms that you run, the more you're having to deal with the upkeep of all of these peasants out in the fields, and you're having to, you have to maintain these huge castles and armies, and so I found that to be wonderfully thematic.
Yeah, a lot of the times cards might cost you to use, so like pay 2 coins. So you have to have these cards available, but you're also going to need coins to do a whole bunch of other actions. And so this game is driven by these cards because they're multi-use, and they're going to offer you different banner types and a special ability, or you can use it for the power itself. But
each of the factions has their own hero, which you always have your hero card. Like there's Jaime Lannister.
Obviously,
Tyrion.
I know, right?
I love him.
So the main idea with this game is that the active player will roll the dice, and then I will get to choose one to take, and then we keep going around to drafting dice until ultimately it's going to end up with 2 dice for the start player. Whether that be, there's special rules for like 3 and
2 and 3 players. Right.
So you're going to have to put dice up here, but they all have different actions on them. And when you go and take an action, you actually can put it under any action you want, but you'll also gain the ability of the face of the die. So you might get double the action.
Yeah, like you could put that
up
no
there,
matter where.
And then
even though they don't match.
Even though they don't match, but you'll get both of them.
This, and then you'll get this.
Right. So all of these different actions will allow you to like move around the board or to attack, or so recruit guys. You're going to need to muster guys to the board. Now there is a stacking limit for the different every region.
I believe it is 3, but
I believe it's 3
might be mistaken.
You can march, you can sail. If you're on an edge, you can sail around and then go get there quicker. There's like what's the right word? It says whisper, but what does
scry? I don't know what you're
like being a little like I'm having a hard time remembering words, but you could plot, and that's when you will play cards from your hand. So you can play the cards for the events. So all these different things, which will allow you to hopefully better yourself on the map. Gain, as soon as you start gaining troops, you might unlock ways to score different points during the scoring phases. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the bottom ones are used by everyone, or I can't remember which things. Like if I place a die here, does everybody get this or this, or I can't quite remember.
The following actions, after the active player, every player will get to follow.
Yes, that's what I was getting at.
That's what you're getting at. And so the optional action is the die that you play.
Only for you?
Yeah, and gotcha. So following actions, I believe, are this part of it.
Got it.
So in any case, when I do the action, I'm going to get to do it, but then Michael will also get to follow some portion of it. And same thing for his turn. Ultimately, there's going to be a die left over, and everybody will also get to use that die as well. So there's plenty of opportunities to go ahead and take different actions during each turn of the game. Now, note, there's only like essentially 6 turns in the game, and there's going to be some scorings that are going to happen in the middle here. So you're going to want to muster your troops and try and gain. I don't know if you can show one of these
sure
at the bottom there. So if you muster the troops, you can now qualify to score for these different things that you might have taken over if you control different domains.
Right, like Tully wants to be in control of Riverton and then have 2 fief domains and 3, and then King's Landing in order to try to advance up this track.
Yeah, so you're going to want to try and shoot for these different scores because points are hard to come by. So if you can gain those points on the track here, you're going to want to do it. So you're going to work towards getting these, and there's going to be scorings that will happen. And like here, you can just show this on overhead there.
I mean, everything, they do a really good job of putting things, all the information where you need it. And I gotta say, I absolutely love the art.
Oh, it's awesome.
The art is fantastic.
And they all of the card art too, because it's like scenes that you know and remember. It's like everything is really well done.
Right.
So I will say that the die that you put here is actually what you're going to be following. Not this board, but yes, the die. The actual die result is the one.
This is your choice. This is everybody's
choice. Yes.
Got it.
You are correct.
In any case, if you enjoy Game of Thrones and you enjoy dudes on a map,
it is essentially dudes on a map, because
dudes on a
you're
map.
going to want to control the different territories.
Very much area control.
You're going to want to control the castles, but maybe not too much. But again, you're going to get bonus points. If you have King's Landing, you're going to get some extra strength and protection. And so the more guys you can have, or the more allies you can have in a region, the better protected it is. So you're going to want to, you know, I think the word I might have been thinking of was like intrigue, almost, like because it reminds me of like that one like really creepy guy, Sansa.
Littlefinger.
Yeah, Littlefinger. I just think of him every time.
She's always creeped out by my Littlefinger impression. Sansa. Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, that. What's cool about it is if you end up like recruiting another faction guy, you're gonna need 2, and then you finally will control them for sure.
And then you can move them around as if they will fight on your side.
Now that goes to say you have to watch out for Michael, because he'll then try and take that control from you, and they'll turn allies on you in a second.
And they will start stabbing you in the back.
So there's a lot to look out for. But if you are into all of that kind of I don't know, scheming, then
intrigue, as you said.
Yeah, it's intrigue. It's a good word. Because you're gonna have to battle, but you're also gonna have to maintain what you have already control on the board. And you have to do that the best way you can. And you're very limited on money. I mean, it's a super tight economy, like we talked about. So I don't know. There's a lot of good choices here.
That's right. So
all with some dice drafting.
If this sounds like something that that speaks to you, be sure to check out Tiny Epic Game of Thrones from the Up.
Yeah.
And if you enjoyed this game overview and you want to see more just like it, come join us on YouTube and search for Board Gamer Steph, where we have almost 2,000 videos of overviews, playthroughs, rules, teaches, weekly recaps, and everyone's favorite monthly top 10. So if you, even better, you can join us on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we bring you, sorry, I'll get to it. I gotta work it up. I've lost all my words.
You can always join us on Twitch.
Twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph, where we bring you 3 games or more every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we bring you all the games, even if I can't remember the days we stream.
That's right. And for those on Twitch, we'll be right back.